one Uma. They got you guys been in the knee kissing the Jewish uncircumcised penis, brother. Shame.
Holy fucking shit. This guy said uncircumcised penis. I have an uncircumcised dick too as well. Anyways, let me continue, brother. The point I'm trying to make is, brother, you're falling for the current history, right? You're falling for what's currently happening in the current world's events. If you take in the totality of the Jewish history and the world history, they probably have power, let's say 0.5% of the whole world history. They've only had power, I would say, with last 70 to 80 years. Brother. Max.
Let me ask you something.
Before that, they had no power. Yeah, go ahead.
Business, let me ask you something, brother. Do you think that having an IQ, right? If you have an IQ, do you think that that's indicative of, one's or a group's ability to adapt?
Yes.
Right, so the Jews at the highest IQ on average are able to adapt to many situations, circumstances, cultures, so on and so forth. They can integrate themselves with Muslims, Christians, and other peoples in various religions. They can integrate themselves amongst other racial groups, and they have been able to survive in cultural continuity for 2,000 plus years. While you got ethnic groups going in and out of fucking existence in short spans of time, but you got to give it. It's the fittest, right? The fittest, right? When we talk about nature, we talk about evolution, we talk about survival of the fittest. The fittest is not the one who's the strongest. It's not the fastest. And even sometimes it's not even the most intelligent, but it's the one with the ability to adapt. And I believe IQ is that factor.
No, white supremacy has been the factor in this case, brother. Because they were given most of what they
have to do with Jewish evolution.
Because white people, and they've been given most of what they have by white people. You can't deny.
No, that's not. They've earned what they got. You know that Jews. Hold on. You know that Jews as an entity, as a social entity, existed far longer than the ideas and concepts of white supremacy, and they've been dominating.
Yeah, listen, brother.
No, that's the Ashkenazi is a made up, it's a made up ethnic group by white.
That's conspiracy, bro.
That's not conspiracy. You can't prove that they've been in ancient
Egypt
or the biblical times. They were Khazars. They were Khazars. Go back and read the history of where they came from. They were Khazars.
This is what I gotta ask you, brother. Where did the social identity, this persona, this collective persona?
Can I finish my point, brother? To add on to it, you cannot say that they weren't given what they were given by white supremacy.
I gotta ask you the question. Where did this social persona, this collective intelligence, these
a book written by a white man, that's where it comes from. A book written by a white.
I didn't even get to finish asking the questions.
I'm answering your question.
Hold on, brother.
It comes from the whole concept. Comes from a book written by a man.
All right, I'm pretty sure somebody definitely wrote a book somewhere. That's facts, right? But this is what I'm saying. If you believe that this is a made-up identity,
of course it is. A man made it up.
That's cool. That's cool. Where did the identity come from? Is my question. The origins of this collective persona, these social intelligence, all of these trials,
a book called the Bible, the Torah, the Tanakh, right?
Language,
the Quran, the Abrahamic faiths.
Listen, I'm making a bigger point here, right? My bigger point is it don't matter. Anybody can have power for a certain time. It's the dumbest group of people can have power for a certain. It's how long you can maintain dominance. You have to at least maintain it for centuries on centuries to prove that you have high IQ. Right now, the Jewish state, it's only been there for 60 years. We have to see how long they're able to maintain this control, because I believe these guys are complete monkeys, right? I don't think Israel is going to last another 100 years. I guarantee you it won't be. But we're going to have to see how high their IQ really is to see how much.
That's correct. I agree.
Because you have to remember, the Muslims, Islam, ruled the world for so many years. Eventually they will fall. It's only a matter of time until they come back to where they used to be. But we have to see how long their empire, the Jewish state, will rule the world.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm going to let Zephyr go. Hold on. I'll let you go, Zephyr. But this is what I'm saying, business. Are you saying that before they had their state, they weren't dominating the spaces they were in, the merchant class, the financier, banking class, those networks of power? They weren't able to dominate in those spaces. They dominated in academia for far longer than they've had a nation state. Are you not saying that they're not dominant?
Brother, you need to have a nation to be able to be dominant. You can't be under another person's rule, but rule like the banks you still don't have complete control of the nation. So you're not the most dominant group in that country. That's the overall point I'm trying to say. Now they actually do have a state, so they are powerful. Let's see how long they're able to maintain it, right? And keep power before they have to be able to defend themselves, because it takes a lot of IQ to have your own nation, to defend it from a lot of invaders, which they have done so far. And we have to see how long they're able to keep power, and it has to be for multiple centuries in order for them to have IQ. You can't be under another country's rule, but dominate so many other countries and say,
I agree with everything you said, apart from when you said defend it from invading nations. They are the invaders.
True, good point.
Let's be correct.
Good point, yes,
wow. Listen, when the Palestinians had the land, right, were they able to terraform the land and change, the desert into, a little bit of forest and able to farm on it? They have the capacity to do that. Because the Jews, once they took custody of the land, they started actually terraforming, like changing the...
What do you mean, dropping bombs on it and destroying the land?
That's
terraforming.
I'm talking about Armenians. We have to see how long they're able to continue to advance and to continue to push their country into to maintain it to be a first world nation. And we have to see how long, because as of right now, my prediction is they're not going to last another 15 years. Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, I just want to say the Islamic Golden Age, they didn't even touch the western side of the hemisphere. It's arguable that the current state of Israel is more impactful than the Islamic Golden Age because it actually has global touch.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see, man. We're gonna have to wait and see how long they're able to maintain it, though, right? We need to see.
All I'm saying is, I, for one, am not impressed by a bunch of savages with a high IQ. I'm not impressed at all.
That sounds like a loser mentality, man. See, me, I'm this is how you know I'm high IQ, right? I learn from everybody, including my enemies. If my enemy has a method, a tactic, a strategy, some technology that I could utilize to my benefit, I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna assimilate that method and tactic and strategy. That's called adaptation. That's called mimicry in nature. And I'm gonna innovate on top of it to even make it better, to make it my own.
So where you guys from? I mean, where are you from? I'm guessing you haven't done any of this.
Technology.
I'm guessing you've done none of these things that you talked about where you came from.
You guys lose, right? You guys lose the race. You get punched in the face.
I want to look at their advanced technology. You tell me a people that are so advanced and so technological that their technologies destroy the very planet that they rely on to live.
More like, where's the Jamaican intelligence? Where's the Jamaican intelligence, brother?
Is that intelligence?
Where's the Jamaican AI? I haven't seen one.
Well, Armenians, where are you from, brother? Because you ain't did none of these things.
I'm from the greatest. I'm from the greatest country in the
Well, why come you haven't taken the power back?
I'm from the greatest country on the face
why
of the planet called the United States of America,
like they did? Why haven't you used that big old
the greatest country in the face, the greatest country in all of human history?
I see you not answering that question.
I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question.
What country is that, Armenians?
The greatest country on the face of the planet, the greatest civilization in human existence in the whole arc of history is the United States of America, bar none, no comparable.
No. United States of America. Hold on. This great nation, so great that they're the only one to drop an atomic bomb on other people.
That's actually why we're great.
Wow.
That's actually why we're great. We invented the atomic era. We ushered the entirety of humanity.
You didn't invent it. You got that from the Germans. You got that knowledge from the Germans.
They were smart too.
From the Nazis.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
They were.
They were great too.
Absolutely.
You still can use white people cowpox.
I mean, I am part European, so I mean, but listen, right? This is the thing.
I see it there.
I mean,
Negro kid,
I am who I am.
you know.
I am who I am, brother. I am who I am, brother.
Nigga kid, you know.
No shame in my game. You sound like a nigga peon. Look at your accent, bro. Where's your speak African, bro? Wah. Listen.
Yeah, what's African though? Elaborate. With the high IQ. Oh man, share your thoughts, bro.
Yeah, man, this is what I'm saying, bro. America in the last 250 years has our technological output, our technological innovation there's no comparable nation state has produced what we've been able to produce.
Such as give examples.
Cars, trains, planes, bombs, computer, internet, interfaces, artificial intelligence, medical innovations. Come on, what are we talking?
Hold on. Were those things built and developed and invented by Americans?
Absolutely, brother. Come on, brother.
Where's
the Jamaican TV, bro? Where's the Jamaican refrigerator, bro? We started refrigerating.
Hold on. Jamaica had street lights before New York. What you on about?
Bro, you making that up, bro. You just made that up.
Making that up. Go on, check.
Hey, wait. So, Arminius, you said you're part European. What do you mean? Like, are you saying like there's some recent stuff?
Black nobility.
I mean, he said he called me a European. I mean, I do have about 15% European ancestry, and I'm not ashamed of it.